All right, everyone, take your seats. We have a very, very special guest on stage. I don't know how many characters I can quote to describe her. Pooh, Geet, Chameli, Buckingham murders. I mean, there is nothing that Kareena can't do.
Well, Barkha's always the inspiration for all of us, right? I think
thank
that's
you.
it. There's nothing that Barkha can't do, and that's why she also inspires, and we're here together.
Thank you.
I just said they just asked me at backstage that what I have to say about you. Of course, it's I would say it on your face. I think that what you have also done for the media and
Thank you.
for I think journalism in general, I think that is just too powerful. To be in your company, I think is a great honor.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And since she's been so lovely about me, can we show her some love and give her a proper welcome now? Honestly, the one word that comes to me when I think about you, you're just yourself. And that's something that's so difficult to say about most people, because most people struggle to be themselves. But you seem so comfortable in who you are. Is that how you look at yourself, and is that how you've always been?
I think I've always been like that, right from the time I've joined, I think, the industry. I think I've been as true as an actor can be.
Yeah.
Let's put it, like that. Because obviously there's always an image, then there's the personality, then there's what people think, then there's what the media thinks, then there's so much of all of that.
Yeah.
That, I just decided that I just have to be the way, I have to be. And I've also learned being in the industry because when I started at 18, I was also quite brash and immature.
18 you started?
18, yeah.
You ran away from school, no? Once?
Yeah, not run away, but I wasn't very academic. Let's put it at that, There was
This
always
is boarding school?
Boarding school, and then I did, I was the only Kapoor to make it to Harvard, but only to summer school. So let's not, that's where it ends at.
Okay.
So yeah, there was always that twinkle of wanting to be on the silver screen.
Yeah.
That was the most important. But I've learned over the years that being true is the only way, to be in an industry like this. And especially in today's time, there's no other way to be, with so much of, the limelight on you, like I said, so much of the digital age.
Everybody and their aunt has an opinion of you, right?
Everyone. So if I start getting influenced by that, which I never was because I didn't I never really cared about what people thought.
Yeah.
But I guess in today's day and age, there's always that behind your mind, because today everybody's, like you said, giving their take. But yeah, I'm comfortable in my own skin. I want to do what I want to do. And that's exactly the way it's going to be.
Take us back to the early years, the schoolgirl Kareena. Honestly, what was the naughtiest thing you did then?
Oh, God.
The wildest thing that can be shared in civil company.
Yes, in the public domain.
Yes.
Well, I was very naughty. I was I was a naughty child. Because Karishma was the one who was more, The eldest is always the one who's taking the responsibility.
I think we've got some young Kareena pictures up.
God, yeah. So I was very, very naughty. Yeah.
So tell us, what is the naughtiest thing you did?
In boarding school, jumping the walls, crossing the boundaries.
To meet some boy? That aise?
No, boys, no. Just basically wanting to just go and get some good khana, some good food. It was always about that. I don't want to eat that same,
Yeah.
In
Hostel
boarding schools,
food,
you have that,
food,
Monday ko wohi dal milegi, Tuesday ko wohi milega. So you're like, oh God, I can't do that, So normally it was just that. It was never about going to see boys, even though I was in a girls' boarding school. I was at Wellams in Dehradun.
Yes.
But I actually went in crying that I don't want to go, and I hated my parents, and I left crying because I didn't want to leave.
That's right. That's the usual sort of journey in boarding school,
so that came a full
right?
circle, and I am so glad that I went there because I think it set me up for actually being so independent to taking on this journey in movies, which is, it's not always the way it is. You have to be independent, you have to be strong. It's going to be times that's going to be tough, it's going to be depressing, it's going to be low. So I think boarding school kind of prepared me. So I don't know, it just happened that I ended up there, and I think those were the best 3 years.
You spoke about the highs and lows. As a mom, as a parent, you've had to watch one of your babies being trolled just for his name. You've had a break-in at your house and see, oh my God, the vulnerability, how vulnerable that must have made you feel. And without like asking you anything that invades your privacy, I want you to talk about that vulnerability of being a mom. One for, seeing Taimur being trolled, Jay being almost attacked.
Yeah.
I know you haven't spoken about this much, and so whatever you're comfortable with, I'm just trying to understand what that does to a parent and what that does to a mom.
Honestly, Barkha, I think I'm still kind of struggling with what it does to, kind of see someone there in your child's room. Because back home, in Mumbai, you never really hear. Of course, whether it's in America, you hear of breakouts, break-ins, burglaries. I somehow feel like in Mumbai, we've never really heard that somebody kind of, walks in and kind of attacks your husband and, he gets stabbed. So I think we've still not kind of come to terms 100%, I would say. At least I haven't because of, just the fear.
Yeah.
But I do know that it's definitely made me a lot more. I was very anxious, obviously, for the first couple of months.
Yeah.
And it was very difficult to kind of sleep and very difficult to kind of get back to the person, and that kind of normalcy.
Yeah.
But somehow I kind of realized that it's, it kind of just, the memory fades more and more. It's there in your, kind of
somewhere
gut.
deep
it's always
inside,
there.
yeah.
It's like death, when you lose someone, you never really get over it. That's what I've always perceived, that you never really get over that. But the memory just kind of fades day by day. And that's when the kind of healing sets in. So from the front part of the brain, it kind of takes its shift to the, little
It's like
more
loss,
behind.
it's like grief. You live with it in a corner of your body.
But somehow that fear, but I don't want to live in that fear for my children because that's also wrong
to them.
to, just put that, stress onto them. So it's been a tough journey to maneuver from fear and anxiety to kind of balancing the fact that I am a mother and I'm also a wife because at the same time, my husband did get stabbed.
Yeah.
So it was a combination of, just so much of understanding that this is what I have to kind of deal with. I'm just really happy and blessed and thank God that we're safe.
Yeah.
And we're definitely stronger as a unit because we've seen it. And I hope that my two boys will grow up being a different kind of resilient because they've kind of seen their father being attacked. My little one still says that, but my father's Batman and Iron Man, he can take on anyone. That's the way he looks at it. So the good thing is that, in our eyes, definitely Saif is Iron Man because he did take that beating. And so for us, that's it. And I can just thank God that my children are safe. And they've seen blood, they've seen everything. But that trauma, I somehow feel, will make Taimur and Jay a lot more, a different kind of a man, is what I feel.
Yeah.
They've also been so sheltered, and then they've suddenly seen this. So somehow I feel it's an experience that has brought them out of that shelter and a little more into reality that this can actually happen. Of course, they shouldn't have seen it at 4 and 8.
In your own home at 4 and 8.
But I have to look at something out of it that's going to come. And I'm just hoping that that's what is going to come out of it.
Has it changed you as a parent and as a person?
I think as a parent, I'm trying to just, like I said, not put my stress and anxiety onto them.
Yeah.
But as a person, of course, it's kind of shaken me to the core. But that it's happened, and I have to kind of move with it. But like Saif said, that we can't, live in that fear. It's happened.
Yeah.
It's gone. Also, I think पंजाबियों में बोलती है कि बला टल गई है.
हाँ, बिल्कुल.
हाँ, तो हम तो वही सोच रहे हैं कि I hope that has happened because that's what I pray. And we're just trying our best. But of course, it was very, very unfortunate. And I don't think any child or any husband or any father or any unit and family should ever see what they had to. It's truly been an uphill task. And 2025 as a whole, I have to say, is not exactly the most
You
glorious.
lost
Yeah.
a family member.
Of course. So, but I
Yes.
think in general, it's just somehow not been the
And
most
we've
glorious
had
year.
a terror attack and a
Yeah.
war and an air crash, and
Yeah.
in general, it's been a
It's just
bit
been
of a depressing.
bit of a. So I'm hoping that there's always a silver lining, but we have to look out for that, you know.
So let's move on to happier.
Yeah, let's
happier
move on to
subjects.
the silver lining because that's
So-
what we're here for.
But can we just say thank you, because I know it isn't easy to talk about. Can we just applaud her for the absolute really dignity with which you've spoken about it? And just one last question before we move on to the silver lining. I was appalled by some of the media commentary about you, and I actually wrote a whole column on it because it made me so furious. Kareena, did that hurt you, or were you too distracted by what had happened to your kids and your husband to care about how cruel some comments were about you personally? That judgment of, oh, why was she here? Why wasn't she doing
Yeah.
there? Why was it? Like horrible, speculative, absolute garbage. I'm just wondering if it hurt.
I mean, of course, utter and complete garbage. It just makes me really not even angry, because angry is just like a really bad
Yeah.
kind of an emotion. And I never want to be angry, because anger is something that is, I don't think it's in me. I just feel really sad that's what humanity has come to.
Yeah.
That's what the human
Yeah.
kind has come to,
Yeah.
is to kind of, is that the consumption that people really want?
Absolutely.
Is that what we're going to give
Disgusting.
them? Is that what, I mean, you know, are you going to like just laud other people's grief? I mean, that is what saddens me. That is what I'm like, is this the digital age that we're talking about?
Yeah.
Because that's not, I think, where we all belong, because humanity is much more than that, than just consumption.
Well, we want to tell you that in real life, all we feel for you is love and admiration, right? Absolutely. Silver lining.
Yeah, of course. That's
Food.
you have to-
What I love about you is the sheer passion with which, and this is
Yeah.
I'm a Punjabi, so I get this. It's just that I can't look like you, but oh my God, the passion with which you talk about khana.
Khana.
Huh. And you know why that's so important? Because people look at, you know, actors and stars like
Yeah.
yourself, and girls start starving themselves. And I love the fact that you talk about food. Your eyes are lighting
Yeah.
up like, oh my God. But I heard you talk recently, I think at Rujita's book launch, about
Yeah,
khichdi.
khichdi.
I'm like, how can anyone
can you
be
be
so
so
passionate
passionate
about khichdi? So what is the, it's just a Punjabi thing, or what is your relationship with khana? I want to understand this.
I think it's just like probably like a genetic thing. I don't know, you know. I mean, I just feel it's not just, of course, Punjabis for sure, but I feel a lot of like Indians, we have this thing that, okay, what are we eating at our next meal?
Huh.
We
But we are
need to
thinking about the
constantly-
next one
हाँ.
while we're eating the first one.
Exactly, ना
हाँ,
कि breakfast
बिल्कुल.
में सोच रहे कि lunch पे क्या खा रहे
हाँ.
हैं और ऐसे सोचा नहीं तो हम क्यों नहीं सोच रहे उसके बारे में? So what are we doing, you know? I mean, काम भी कर रहे हैं, but उसके बीच में that kind of,
Yeah.
you know, it just kind of gives you that energy, you know, that
Yeah.
to kind of keep going. And also the idea for Saif and me is also that food is, of course, it's not about
The food
eating
only.
also.
Yeah.
It's about the company. It's
Yes.
about the whole idea of being together, like, you know, with our friends, with our family. It's more about conversation, the joy. And food is, of course, part of that. But so it's the joy. It kind of brings everyone together at that table where, you know, we talk
But
about
what
the
would you
world.
say to girls who are starving themselves? There's anorexia, there's bulimia. People are throwing up what they're eating because, you know, they want to look like Kareena Kapoor. But Kareena Kapoor is eating slices of pizza. I have seen it myself, right? And I'm not advising like junk food all the time.
No.
I'm just making a larger point that as somebody whom people love, in particular young girls, what is it that you want them to understand about their bodies, about makeup, about how they look?
You know, it is terrible because, you know, this whole thing of young girls not wanting to, you know, kind of just I feel women in general,
Yeah.
just not wanting to, you know, go beyond or look beyond, you know, like 18 or 20.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just having the best time in like my 40s. I think it's just like, I think I've never felt better, looked better,
Yeah.
acted better.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think the kind of roles that I'm getting now, I mean, I'm acting with Meghna Gulzar now, which I
Yeah.
feel is like, you know, going to be one of my best films because it's just such a powerful topic which you will love.
Yeah. Tell us a bit more. Little bit.
Well, it's all I can say. It's a very sensitive subject.
Yeah, okay.
Because it touches upon rape.
And Meghna is a fabulous
And she's
filmmaker.
just fabulous,
Yeah.
such an
Yeah.
outstanding director. So I just feel like everyone is, just, I don't know why they just don't want to age. So everyone is just like, skin treatments, not eating, starvation, doing this. I think it's exhausting
It is.
to, just be 18. I don't
Like
know.
stuck at 18 when you're not 18.
Yeah, I think it's like just you won't mentally kind of also feel like you've grown. So I want to tell all those girls that, why would you want to do that? Because I think life just gets better.